And first up, hashtag Lady R. And I suppose in response to what was said by the president yesterday in that address to the nation, also that this report will not be made public. But of course, many people asking, so what are the consequences going to be for the US ambassador, Ruben Brickety? Because if those claims, very serious claims that he made, the allegations, were not substantiated, so what now?
And that's the thing. So a lot coming out of that address. And well, I mean, I think what they did say that the panel had provided him with a summary of this report, that panel, the president with the summary, and he will release that today sometime. The president said he will do that, although he won't be going into detail, but denying that this had anything to do with Russia and arms destined for Russia. So yeah, that story, and it had a very harsh consequence on South Africa. It really did, having something like that. So we'll be talking to Wayne Dufenach. He'll be our guest in a couple of minutes' time. We'll talk to him about the report and get views from him. He's, of course, from Outer, so we look forward to that conversation. Stay tuned for that. All right, next up, stage 5. So yeah, I'm not sure many people actually saw the address yesterday or anything else. We were plunged into stage 5. I mean, we had last night, just last night alone, almost 5 hours of load shedding from 6 until 10:30 or 11. So that was ours. So that everything was out the water for us at that time.
It's been coming for a minute. I don't know. I'm very skeptical about these things, which is why it's best that I say less.
Okay. Well, what we can tell you is it's coming back. Stage 5 is not going anywhere because we're now in stage 4 and then we're heading up to stage 5. So it's a disastrous situation with our electricity, and that's all we need to know about that. So yeah, stage 5.
But I can't tell you my account's gone up.
No, of course. That's the reality. That is the reality. No electricity, but you're paying lots and lots of money, and if you don't pay it, then you get cut off forever. So yeah. SABC is also a trending topic. But this is about the rugby.
About the rugby rights, yes, with multi-choice there. And this is, of course, a big talking point. And I think what people are taking out of this, of course, is a question about what's in the national interest. Quite apart from all the money issues and, all of that, I think the bigger issue is the flighting of these sports events in the national interest, especially. How does that ultimately get resolved?
Yeah, indeed. And I mean, it's a lot of money.
It is.
I mean, a lot of South Africans want to see these games and not all have access. But when, with regard to having the SABC, you'll have access, and that's the reality. So it's a big amount of money. There's a massive standoff, and we'll see, what sort of happens with this one. And the World Cup kicks off.
It's not just rugby,
Friday.
it's everything.
Yeah.
And it honestly is a question that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
There has to be, a resolution one way or another. But the thing about sport is that it has now become a money game.
Yeah.
Everything is about the money.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's really unfortunate because it simply means that you have to pay to watch it. If you can't afford it, tough.
Terrible. I mean, I'm just reading an article on the rugby platform, and they're saying, I mean, these are the numbers that we look at. When you look at multi-choice and a platinum subscribers, there are only 1.3 million South Africans out of a total of 60 million South Africans that are going to be able to watch. Obviously, if you've got viewing venues and things like that. But I mean, that is the harsh reality of the amount of people that are going to be locked out of watching. I mean, we're just talking about rugby at the moment, but there are many sporting events like that. And this is, but we'll see. We'll see
many attendant conversations as well about sports rights and how these are acquired, the monopolies that need to be broken. Because the reality is a lot of us, are on packages that we don't need because you want to watch sport.
Yeah.
Really. You're literally paying for sport.
And nothing else. And that's
but anyway, story for another day. And speaking of sport, as Lebu says, hashtag Arsenal Man United.
Yeah.
That's a good scoreline for Arsenal. But I must say, I am not the happiest gooner this morning. I'm not. Firstly, I take issue with my gaffer and his insistence on playing Kai Havertz. With Kai Havertz, we're playing 10 men. You're always playing a 10-man Arsenal. I've never seen anything like it. Like, how does Kai Havertz even make it to the highest level? The guy is cushioning the ball. I think he made one effective pass. One. And other than that, I don't know. He was useless at Chelsea. And we go and sign him. Like, I'm not a happy gooner. But we won.
But they won.
We won. No, but it wasn't a good win.
Okay.
We should have comprehensively beaten Man United.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was that tense, that tight, that close is just not on.
Not acceptable.
Nah.
All right, okay.
Not
Okay,
happy.
nothing to add, but
Liverpool won.
exactly. They did win. They won. That's all that matters.